Okay, here we go. Why is it not playing? It is playing, okay. So we're going down Route 21 again. We have the various rods now. We should have beaten every trainer up to this point. And yeah, so it's just a case of what we do on Route 13. Oh yeah, so I don't know if I said this on the last part, but I don't have COVID. I'm not going to die. Well, I'm going to die, but not of COVID. Partly disappointed, because I'm a millennial and we all want to die. But yeah, it is what it is. Or it is what it isn't in this case. And it's so annoying that my electric guy doesn't have an electric attack. Because he's not getting any stab. And Jesus Christ, Dark is super effective against Ghost, I guess. Don't know how that makes sense. I miss the old elements. They get more abstract, like Fairy and Dark are stupid, you know, like Grass and Fire, like everyone intuitively understands how the fuck that works. Or, you know. But yeah, again, accept the things you cannot change, or whatever. Bite this mouse to death. That's still a rat, I suppose. So we can move down to the Safari Zone and you know, everything else. The Koga's Gym, and then we can possibly move up to Silphco. Also got the cycling road as well. At some point I do, like, every single trainer left in those areas I do off screen between gyms and stuff, because otherwise there's a long middle patch of the game where you're just fighting basic trainers and the result is a foregone conclusion. It's just off screen grinding but with trainers, you know. It's amazing how people pick up wounds on these ones, because you can't risk using them at lower levels, so you get like less done between each Pokemon Center visit. Got a route down here too, and you got the city itself potentially. So let's see what we can find here. Gyarados again. Yeah, there's a lot of like, you could make this game harder by saying, you know, you can't get the dupes clause, but also you can only have like 5 attempts before, because there's some Pokemon that are like deliberately rare, like 1%, and if you've caught every other Pokemon in that area, then you can kind of exploit that by just going, well, I can keep going till I get that one now, you know, and maybe there should be a limit on that. So Seeking, it's a powerful little fish, I guess, but he's never going to be top tier. But you know, if you lost every other water type, I guess it'd be better than nothing. Could use Surf like anyone else. I do like the whole thing of Nuzlocke of making you use the random Pokemon, because you would always just use the best ones. And you know, even people who play with their favourites, a lot of times people's favourites are the best ones, you know. They like it because it's powerful and cool. Even a lot of the coolest looking ones are the most powerful, like Mewtwo looks like cool as shit, you know. And so you're going to use him, he's going to be in someone's top 6. If you're like me, where you get sentimentally attached to ones you get early on in the game, the ones you had longer, they often evolve highly. Like Pidgeot is a solid, decent Pokemon, especially in Gen 1. Bloody Confusion's annoying, but we should have wounded him enough now to capture. But he has an evolved form, and he's not asleep, he's not on anything, he's not on red or anything, so try him again. No, he's not having it. Difficult fish, he's not being very accommodating. Gotta try something else. See, luckily the peck, he's not getting stab on the peck, so Hypnosis can land. We've got time for land Hypnosis before we get killed. Let's try Great Ball again. Perfect. Yeah, it's Sunday today, everything's super locked down in Portugal, so I can't get a mic stand yet, but I will. It will allow me to have it further away but still getting good sound, but also still far away from the electronics, which might be causing interference, and you won't be picking up like my breathing and stuff, so like, yeah, it should solve a few of the problems in one go. but it burdens me with more stuff. You know, when I said I moved out here, I was going to be super Spartan and blah blah blah, but it's crazy how easy it is to get like, damn, still only up to 43. So bash a few more trainers. Yeah, there's a lot of times where you can see like I should have just got Pokemon in the grass there, but I'm keep having to check over and over again if they're on the same route, what counts as a different route, you know. I'm stupid paranoid about cheating. Yes, I used the flute, whoops. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion I wouldn't have lost to this trainer, but I kind of, yeah, for some reason that didn't register as using an item. Like I got it in my head I can't use potions and revives, but for some reason the flute's just... I always like getting the Poke Flute in the classic games because it, you know, you knew you never needed to buy an Awakening again or never waste a full heal when it's sleep related, and sleep gets used a lot. I think the Elite Four and the Rival use sleep and stuff quite a bit. Paralyze here would usually switch out from anyway, but sleep they haven't hurt you when they've done it, so if you can wake up you're not much worse off, except they're going to hit you once first, possibly twice. Growth is worrying, but we got him with a second bite. Ooh, here we go. Dun 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 dun. And we stopped it. Of course, because yeah, I'm trying to get them to learn Dream Eater, and they learn stuff at lower levels. They learn moves faster at lower level, at lower stage evolutions, whatever. God, losing my words. So we've still got Bellsprout knocking around because he can potentially. Yeah, I've also realised Bellsprout's going to level into a Weeping Bell soon, and we're trying to get up to 50 Pokemon for the X chair, so one way to get more Pokemon is to evolve the ones you've got, because it's having them in the decks, right? So there's that. So that's why I skipped those Bird Trick Keepers just now, because they would obviously destroy a low level Bellsprout before he could evolve. So that's always a frustrating thing, and I was like, I guess if you're trying to reach an evolutionary stage and it dies before it evolves. Yeah, see, I'm using the flute again, my bad. But again, you know I had enough Pokemon to win that, but it didn't change the outcome. And really, we're just grinding on these guys. Okay, so this is Route 15. This is Route 15. So Route 15 actually starts on the outside of that building, which is weird. There we go, Bellsprout's back out. Put him to sleep. But unless we want to cut him for hours, it's not going to help as much. It's sad fighting a Bulbasaur. Major disappoint. So Razeleaf is doing some serious damage, even though it's not the same type. I guess it's that 9 level difference, and the high base damage is just too much to ignore. So, gonna punish that with super effective, but it just shows how weak Ember is at this stage, because he's 1 level higher than Ivysaur. Yeah, keep doing it. I gotta stop using that item. Again, you know I've got Joey and whoever else. I was already hoping to get quick attack off him. Gonna try and knock out some parts tonight. Oh, here we go. I got what I wanted out of it. Pow. Da 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 da. I always have that in my fucking head now, forever. It's like burned in there. Just checking I don't have the mic off. That would have been long. I've been talking into it for like 20 minutes and I hadn't had it on. Okay, we got to decide. So it's like 44 out of 50. Accidentally aggro the Bird Keeper. Haven't changed the Bellsprout, although he's tougher now, he's still 5 levels and a type disadvantage. Just Pidgeys killing Pidgeys. It's like that Rick and Morty thing, you know. Confuse yourself, loser. Pow, quick attack. Easy. Good old far-fetched. I think ours is still in the daycare, right? Trying to get that false swipe up going. To finish him with a quick attack. The trouble without having that, the whole shift and set thing is we could swap him out, but we'd be punished for it. And in this case, we were trying to level the Bellsprout, so change things up. Don't need the Everstone anymore. Or whatever he had. So we just got one bird keeper back then, and the rest. No type advantage either way, but yeah, again, need electric attack. What are we doing? It's weird how he doesn't learn something on this game. Super effective. He's still such good type coverage, even though he doesn't have a stab move, he's still pretty good. Quick attack's always useful, especially early in the game. Don't use the flute, you cheating kit. Yeah, good. I must have remembered at this point. He shouldn't be able to hurt us, but we can't really hurt him, but he's going to finish the job for us. That's so annoying that you can't stack the confusion like that move order thing. It's just like, why can't you deliberately wait a second? Like, wait till he looks like he's no longer confused and then fire at him immediately. Guess that'd make the game kind of fiddly, complex. So, Kasparov's still not learned what he needs to learn. See, so now I'm figuring out these are two routes. And I'm thinking I should take the trainers out that are up here because I think I'm checking held items and levels, but yeah, I'm thinking if I take the trainers out here I won't need to cut into here anymore. Can use items out of battle. So he's woken up. Someone should have the amulet coin. Good money in that. The iron is for Mew, because he's effectively my main guy now, a Lost Seedling. Yeah, and I realised, fuck it, I want that stab. Sand attack's kind of neat, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work out. It's better. Sometimes a really good offense is a good defense is a good offense, you know. Two fighting guys. These actually aren't great ones to take them on with, but maybe we can put someone to sleep. At least get some stab on the electric. Okay, he's asleep, that's good. A bit worried about Eva's health, but if we put him to sleep too, start attacking the guy who's... Boom, we're doing good. Now if we attack both, we should be able to finish one of them off. Didn't know when he was going to wake up, so that's why I went for quick attack, but in hindsight that was a mistake. Confuse the remaining guy, quick attack the wounded guy. Eva's leveled up, so he should be a bit harder to kill. At least Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, none of them are super effective against the electric, so that's neat. There's no like Psychic Punch or Bug Punch or something. And they're down. Good money out of them. Yeah, we got the amulet coin because Jolteon had it, so that's neat. And yeah, we've now officially cleared out the top half of this area, so there's one less place we need cut for anymore. I don't think there's any cut on, you know, Cinnabar or Saffron or Victory Road, so yeah, like this is, and there's nothing on the cycling road, so if we can, yeah, clear out all the areas that need cut here, we don't need cut ever again. We're done with cut as far as I know, unless there's something on the bloody islands, you know, Fire Red content. But that's be pretty much end game by most of that, so it's no big deal. So you're going to have 5 powerhouses along with a guy with cut, so yeah. It's funny, I'm trying to sneak around because I don't really want to actually fight any of these guys. Like, I know I want the money, and I know I want the experience, but yeah, I just don't really care. It's boring to fight them all, and like I said, I can end up doing it off screen. So yeah, I think I'm still checking offline, like online, if this is one route, because I'm just paranoid about getting 2 in one area. Already have a Venonat. Now this is useful because we could actually, if we make it to the end game, this allows us to breed. And I'm not sure how we'd handle that on a Nuzlocke, but I guess you can get rid of the guy he breeds, but maybe count it as that island's one or something. Awesome. Could make like a Pokemon with the ability to like egg moves or something, make a one that's good for catching Pokemon, like ingrain and soundproof, and breed like the perfect one for catching the legendary beast or something potentially. So I think that's all the new Pokemon we're going to get. I think that might be it for this part. Yeah, I think we're done with cutting. Sounds like self-harm or something when you say it like that, but you know what I mean. Having a little sort out. All the ones I've never actually used. The ones I have used. So you see, Pawn was the Paris was like one we caught, but it was 2 in Mount Moon. So in hindsight, I never did use him, so it's okay. I think I might have had him in the party once, but I was going to use him for cut, but I ended up giving that to Bellsprout anyways. Shiny Onyx was a shiny, but again, shinies are too easy on this game, so I feel guilty using him. And all those other guys are from the island, so that's why I've segregated them. So you can see I'm making it slightly more challenging for myself. I feel like I'm doing well at this point in the game, so I want to make it harder. Checking the helds. He's actually falling behind, he's been out of the party so long. Get rid of the cleanse tag, and yeah, crack on now. He can fight those birds, I don't know why I'm being so hesitant. I think I'm checking, yeah, the Pokemon situation. Yes, I still think we're owed a Pokemon to our left because I don't think we caught one there, did we? Jesus Christ, that was lucky. Taken out by a baby starter Pokemon. Okay, that was a dumb choice because Squirtle could, fuck him up, but Dig will hide him, Bullet Seed can finish him. Worked out quite well, and Dig's going to be super effective on the remaining Charmander now, as is the Rocks, so bam. Good teamwork, guys. I like the double barrels, it's neat. That feels like a nice addition from Red and Blue, and they didn't add, it's not like they're everywhere and it like changes the whole feel of the game, they're just a little extra thing. I think there's actually still slightly less trainers on this gen than the Gen 1. They just threw tons in, they always had like 6 Goldines or whatever, it was like pretty weird. So yeah, I know that these guys are poisons, so they're going to be good for... We'll have partial resistance with him and super effective on Mew, so on Meeks. Really want that Dream Eater before we get killed. It's horrible when you're like leveling up a Pokemon, it dies, and you're like, if only I had evolved it, it might have survived, you know? It's funny, I feel like I should talk about current events or something, partly to fill time, but like, I genuinely haven't. There's not, like, COVID's really slowed life down. It's all just, it's not even like the dumb shit, like just media, there's not like stuff coming out. So like, yeah, Biden keeps winning the US election, getting bored of hearing it. The UK is fucked. I mean, there's just not a lot going on in terms of media coming out, shows and stuff. I mean, I've been watching more Clone Wars, which is just an OCD thing because I'm supposed to watch The Mandalorian, but I'm like, oh, I'll watch the show set before it, even though I'm not like a Star Wars guy. Switch him out because the Dodrio's pretty tough. Throw rocks at it. He has a dark move that's pretty concerning, but he's not doing too much damage, and we land the rocks. and he's slowed down, so we might get a second chance. But Secret Power is safer and more accurate. Yeah, Metronome is ridiculous in Nuzlocke, because you could like get self-destruct or something. That'd be tragic. That'd be hilarious if you like final rival in the Elite Four and it's like you're down to 1 versus 1, you use Metronome and it's like double KO and you lose. He's so gutting. I wonder if there's a hack to like make explode and stuff if you leave you with 1 HP. That'd make it like actually viable. Risky, but you know. So yeah, again we are we now have got those bird catchers we missed, so we've pretty much done all the trainers on that route, I believe. Just wonder if I've realised there's a Pokemon up for grabs here. So he implies he stole those Pokemon, but like the only guys who use them are like rockets, and it'd be kind of cool if he stole them off a rocket. It's like thieves stealing from thieves, you know, it'd be funny and ironic. But he probably hung out with other bikers and therefore they belong to another biker, so... Or it's just fluff dialogue and actually they didn't put any thought into it, like he should randomly have different Pokemon to a normal one. Here we go. So yeah, I'm thinking Curse is just too risky, halving our health like that. You could always use Toxic and avoid that sort of thing. But yeah, he has now got the Hypnosis Dream Eater combo, which is a lovely combo. Bite does nothing, although at least we got a flinch. Good old Dragon Rage is more reliable. Too many coffins. It's getting old. Again, Mika would really benefit from Psychic, but once again I'm being stingy. If he does learn it naturally, temptation is to hold out and get it naturally, and someone else could benefit from the TM. But then, you know, if he dies because he didn't have Psychic, that would be so humiliating. And now Kasparov can safely evolve. Pow. I don't know why his hand's red. I just thought that was weird. And only one of them at that. I kind of like the Ghastly Lines Gen 1 sprites. Like Ghastly look really weird and different. So yeah, I'm realising I haven't had a Pokemon here, so... Flee with Smoke Ball. Already got a Venonat elsewhere. Don't know if you can hear that honking outside, but it's super old. It's all day, people honking their horns. Maddening. It's just Venonat City here, what the fuck? What the hell? It's literally only Venonats. Come on, yo. Yeah, we already got one of those. Well, technically we don't anymore. Oh my god, this is getting so old. I think I'm looking up, is there anything to get other than Venonats or Hellsprouts? Oh, I know what this is. Yeah, I'm probably tabbed out looking it up. I don't want to use guides, but I also don't want to waste time. You know, if it turns out there's nothing to be had here, then better find that out rather than cycling around for an hour in the same spot, you know. I think, if I recall correctly, there's like Glooms there, potentially. But then it depends on how we treat. We've already got Fear and Eradicate, although we haven't used them. Depends how you treat evolved forms of guys who've died. So maybe next time.